All right. Is that on phone? Look. We better take these braids out. We got church in the morning. We better take these braids out. While we take the braids out, I made a list of things that absolutely do not make sense to me. I also started compiling a list of things that absolutely do make sense. It's shorter, for obvious reasons. All right. So, cheers. Twice. First things first, Wi-Fi and internet, straight off the bat. I feel like everybody has this one. No matter how many times it's explained to me, it will never make any sense. How did you create Wi-Fi and internet without having Wi-Fi and internet? It is mind-boggling. Like, it's like a whole nother dimension, a whole nother realm that just has everything. And you can put anything on it. It has all the answers to everything in about like half a second. That is, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Next, Bluetooth. Like, how did you just connect to my phone? Like, how do you now have all of my contacts, my music, setting timers? Like, how? I don't. Bluetooth, like, how? The mouse with the computer, the wireless mouse, and it's moving on the computer screen. Music or movies on CDs. Don't understand. I'm already irritated with taking the braids out. Let's take a pause on the list. I'm getting distracted. These are, hold on. Okay, anyway. Music or movie on CDs. How did you put that on there? How did you take a, first of all, we'll get into that. We'll come back to that. Let's start from the beginning. Cameras. And now it's over here in my hand. Like, how? You know, like, I understand the concept of a camera, obviously. But it's also like, how is it doing that? I'm standing here. Oh, girl, take my picture. Snap. Let me see. And I'm still frozen like this. How? 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 That leads me to, like, Polaroids. Oh, girl, take me a picture. Let me see. And it goes from being blank white to me still being like this on it. How? It flashed a little light. And now I'm frozen. Like, is there a version of me that's frozen like this, stuck inside that picture? And she just can't move or talk? Where am I going for? Okay, so anyway. Movies, music on CDs. You telling me you recorded? First of all, then back to the camera, you got my voice in there. Like, if I be like, oh girl, record me a video. Hey y'all, I'm doing my hair. And all of a sudden, hey y'all, I'm doing my hair. How? I don't get it. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. With the movies, you got, okay, let's say we do understand the whole camera roll thing, right? We do understand the whole camera roll thing. How did you take this 2-hour-long video and transfer it in here? And I slide that in the TV and now it's on the TV. Like, how is the movie in here? How is the movie in here? How is the movie in here? That leads me to record players, music. Okay, let's say one day I figure out how we get the stuff on the CD. I never will. But let's say I do. I open up this box. I take the CD and I put it on here. And I take a little thing and I put it down. And now the music is playing out loud. How is the songs in there? How does the box know that there's songs on here? How does it know to sing it to me in this person's voice? I'm unsure. Amazon Prime. I don't think I need to elaborate. I personally believe that Amazon Prime is a Ponzi scheme. Where I'm not going to say much more than that. Because y'all are not about to come get me. That's what I believe. And it's just something about Amazon Prime that ain't right. You know? And I don't get it. Next, ships floating on water. How? Let me tell y'all something. I can't even float on water. I've tried. Multiple people have tried to help me learn. As soon as I lay back, relax, just relax, I sink. Water up my nose, burning, can't breathe. Somebody help me. But a ship, and I'll get to how they're built. A ship, not only is it floating on top of the water, there's thousands of people. There's beds, there's furniture, there's restaurants, there's slides, there's luggage, there's machinery, all of that. And it's just floating on top of the water. How is it doing that? I can't even do that. How is it doing that? I don't know. Which leads me to, how are they even built in the first place? I've never seen a boat be built. I've never seen a boat get made. Where do you make a boat? Where do you make it? Let's move on. Sweatpants and jeans without pockets. Why? Why make pants with no pockets? What's the point? If I decide not to use the pockets, fine. But give me the option. Why are we making pants with no pockets? I'll do you one better. Pants with the fake pockets. It'll be like a little stitching right here. And it'll be like, oh, let me put this in my pocket. And it's sewed closed. Why? Just open it up and let me have a pocket. Why pretend it's a pocket? Let's move on. Printers and fax machines. Okay, stay with me, okay? Printers and fax machines. I'm writing the essay on the computer, right? I need to print out this essay. How did the printer type my 6-page essay that fast? Or if it just took a picture of the pages of my essay, how did it get the picture? Who gave it the picture? How did you get my essay? Fax machines. I can't lie, I can't even go far with the fax machine thing. I don't even know how to use a fax machine. I've never used a fax machine. Do you like put the paper in, it disappears and appears on somebody else's fax machine? I don't even understand how that works. What is the point of a fax machine? Where are we? Where are we on the list? Physical audio recordings, okay? Like, for example, Build-A-Bear. You go there, Build-A-Bear. Oh, do you want a voice in it? Yeah, I want a voice in it. You press a button, you talk to the machine, and then it spits you out a little heart, and you press it, and your voice is in there. How did you collect that? How is what I just said coming out this little heart? How did you do that? How is that possible? How is that a thing? Obviously, there's a little something in there, and it records it, and it. But how did you put my voice in this little button? How? How? Quickly, you don't know. No one knows. Alphabet, numbers, and languages. Okay? Why is there only 27 letters? Like, in the English language, why is there only 27 letters? Who decided 27, A to Z? Why did we start and stop there? They're really just a bunch of random, like, shapes and squiggles and symbols. And it's like, okay, like the color red, R-E-D. Like, who decided this color, wherever this color even came from, is gonna be red? Anything that looks like this, we're gonna call it red. And it's gonna be spelled R-E-D. Who decided that R is R, E was E, D is D? And don't get me started on how some letters or vowels can sound different. Big A, little a, big O, little o. E and A, P and H, double O, I, E, Y. The fact that there are multiple languages also is just a little bit tricky to me, because it's like, okay, we're all talking about the same exact thing. If I hold this up, this is a comb. No matter how you say it in Spanish, no matter how you say it in German, no matter how you say it in Mandarin, no matter how you say it in Portuguese, French, we're all saying the word comb. It just sounds different. And it looks different when we write it. But it's the same exact thing. All the colors are the same. Numbers. If I hold up, how many things I have in my hand? 2. No matter if you speak German or Mandarin or Portuguese or French or Spanish, or you don't speak at fucking all, I still only have 2 things in my hand. It's still only 0 to 10, 0 to 9, however you want to say it, as far as numbers. We still, how many fingers you got? 10, God willing. But when we say the word 10, it sounds different. It's written or spelled differently, but we're all talking about the same thing. It just makes my head hurt to think about it. What's next? Zippers, okay? And this one might sound a little bit silly, but stay with me, okay? Zippers. I think that they're made up. When you think about a zipper, it's a part, right? It's a part. Take this one, hook it in there, you go up. So is it like tiny little magnets in all the little teeth of the zipper that are like, as you pull it up, like snaps them together? How is it doing that? Also, they break so often and so easily, and they're always coming off track. So it's like, I just feel like it's an illusion. I feel like it's an illusion. Let's move on. Talking birds. Let's put some exclamations next to this one. I feel like those are the motherfuckers that need to be extinct. There's no reason why a bird should be able to speak. That's creepy and it's weird and it doesn't make any sense. I personally do not trust anybody who owns a talking bird. Because who do you work for? What organization are y'all a part of? What agency are you with? I don't need that bird in my business. And I don't need him talking to me. I don't need him repeating nothing that I say. That is insane to me. It doesn't matter how it's explained. They should not be able to talk. And also, I feel like people are so against like the idea of like aliens being real and like non-human creatures existing, but we have birds that can speak full sentences and have conversations with us, and they are animals. It's not like I would be less shocked if a dog spoke to me than a bird. Dogs are so intelligent. Like sometimes you see videos of like huskies, like they're howling and barking, but it low-key sounds like they're saying stuff. It would not shock me if dogs could speak. But birds, I feel like that's just going really far. I feel like that's going really far, and I don't think that should be allowed. I don't think that should be allowed. If anything needs to be going extinct, it's them. Quickly. And I will aid in that agenda. So okay. Time zones. Okay, time zones, I understand. Time zones in relation to flights is where you lose me. Because if I'm in Central time zone, okay, my flight is for 8 p.m. And it says I'm gonna get to California at 1 a.m. Are you telling me that when I get there, it's gonna be 1 a.m. here in Central? Or is it gonna be 1 a.m. when I pull up in California? And when it's time to come back home and my flight is for 10 a.m. and it says I'm gonna get home at 1 p.m., do I tell my people be at the airport to pick me up for 1 p.m.? Or do I need to do the math and have them pick me up sooner or later? It makes my head hurt. Next, GPS. How do you know that in 700 feet I need to turn right at this stoplight? Who updates the GPS? There's been a big old empty lot, yards and yards and acres and acres of just nothing, right? No address, just nothing. How do the GPS all of a sudden know that a house got built on that land? Like how did the GPS get them people address? I don't know. Like who set up the GPS? Who went and mapped that out? And who double checked it? And who updates it? And how do you know that in 700 feet I need to make a U-turn? I never understood that. QR codes. QRcodemaker.com or whatever it's called. And you copy a link, post it in there. You have a maze, a square maze. I point my camera at it and it takes me to the link. How is the link saved in this maze? All right, everybody take your phones out, scan this QR code. Boop, 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 boop. And now we're all on the same website. Everybody in the room is on the same website because we all took a picture of this little maze. How? Like, how did the phone know to take me to that website? What did it see that we don't see? Unsure. Auto-generated closed captions. How are you typing that fast? How are you hearing it and typing it that fast? You know, the pre-made ones, you turn on the closed captions, cool. But the auto-generated ones, the words are popping up on the screen as the person is saying them. You didn't even hear what they was going to say yet. But also, who's typing that? I hit auto-generated closed captions. 2 seconds later, words popping up. Who's typing that? And then, if I put the video on mute, it's still gonna keep going with the captions. But it's on mute. Is it just on mute for me? Not on mute for you. If it's not on mute for you, ha, I caught you. Who are you? Let's move on. The size of plain bathrooms. I would argue that the size of plain bathrooms are smaller than the size of the seats. The size of my chair, 32B window seat, is bigger than the bathroom itself. I'd actually like to see the measurements. It is insanely small. No, I'm a pretty petite girl. And it's difficult for me to get in there. I gotta to shut the door, spin again to use the toilet, conk my head on side the wall to wash my hands. Like, it's a lot. So I couldn't imagine really being much bigger than me and having to use the bathroom on an airplane. When people get on the airplane, they be having to shit and they be having to throw up. So don't you think you should give somebody who's having diarrhea a little bit more space? They probably be choking in there with the fumes. You don't even have enough space to get down on your knees to hold the toilet and throw up. You've got to stand up and throw up and hope it don't splash all over you. I'm assuming. Because there's no space. You try to get on your knees and your head might fall in the toilet. Like, it's just, you got more space to kick your legs up under the seat in front of you than you do to use the restroom on a plane. Where are we? Okay. Stay with me, for real. Caterpillars, frogs, seeds, okay? Put a pin in it. To me, those are all the same thing. I've watched how butterflies are made. One teacher who had the little caterpillar habitat, I know how it works. But how did it go from fuzzy and hairy and ugly and creepy looking, scooting around like a little worm, to antennas and legs and wings and orange and blue and pink and yellow? And how did it do that? Do moths also start off as caterpillars, or are they just moths? I've never thought about that. I'm gonna look that up. Next, we're still here. Don't get off topic. Tadpoles to frogs. You start off as a little fish, no fins, just a big ass head and a tail, right? And then eventually you sprout arms and legs, and your head get bigger. Now you got a super duper long tongue. You turn green. I don't know. I don't know. And then you can hop around. Tadpoles don't hop. Like, did the caterpillar already have those wings inside its body? And the cocoon just gives it time to come out? Or did it grow like the wings? Tadpole. Like, you always had them and they just like sprouted out? Or did you like the, you know what I'm saying, like a baby fetus? You go egg, sperm, baby. I am a woman and I will never understand how that works. You've developed, you like grew a brain, and eyes and eyebrows and hair and limbs and fingernails, and like it went from this to a living human being. Like all that metamorphosis stuff, caterpillar, butterfly, tadpole, frog, egg, sperm, baby, seeds. Okay, we still here. You take a seed, right? You plant it. It grows you a pumpkin. It grows you a bell pepper. It grows you a watermelon. How are you going from a little seed, little dirt, little water, little sun, and now there's a pumpkin in the backyard? Then people say, oh yeah, you take the seed from the watermelon, you take the seed from this, you take the seed from this, and then you grow new ones. So where did the first seed come from? And if you're telling me the pumpkin came from the seed, where the seed came from to just start sprouting pumpkins? Right. I'll let you think about it. So, in conclusion, babies, butterflies, frogs, pumpkins, all that metamorphosis shit, it's all in the same cat. It's all the same thing to me, and it don't make a lick of sense. Let's see where my girlfriend at. 16 minutes away. She gonna have to take these braids out. I've been recording for 36 minutes, and I've taken out 3 braids. Oh, 2.5. I have a feeling that once I finish with this, I'm not even gonna like the way it looks, and I'm gonna be pissed. Let's just move on. Let's just keep chit-chatting. Okay, so anyway, yeah, metamorphosis, seeds, frogs, pumpkins, babies. I don't understand none of that. Where are we? Zip lines. Mind you, I've zip lined a bunch of times. I'm a very YOLO kind of person. Like, I'm not gonna stop experiencing things and living life and doing fun, cool, adventurous stuff just because I'm scared something might happen. Something happen to people every day. You literally can't control it. You can't do nothing about it. So if that's the way that it's written for me to go out, then it's gonna happen regardless. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Whether I zip line today or zip line in 10 years, if I go out via zip line, it's gonna happen. Okay, so I'm gonna zip line, and I'm gonna skydive, and I'm gonna swim with the sharks, and I'm gonna, do all the fun, cool stuff. And if something happens, then I literally can't do nothing about that. Like, at least I went out like a G. At least I was having fun, I will admit, I don't understand how zip lines work. How did you get the cable cord and the rope from way up there down? Like, you couldn't have just tossed it. It's miles away, and there's no bridge, and the drop down, God forbid, is miles, it's thousands of feet down. So how did y'all connect these two things together? How did y'all connect the harness and the cables and the safety devices to the stuff once y'all got it connected, however you did that? How did y'all get all that hooked up in the air? That's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand. Spicy stuff. Spicy stuff. Like, okay, yes, it's a pepper. Peppers are hot. What about its genetic makeup makes it tell my tongue to burn? What is making it spicy? You got cayenne pepper, chipotle pepper, ghost pepper, whatever, powder, seed, jalapeno. What about those things? What is in it that activates heat in my mouth? If I get a seafood boil, I want it to be spicy. I enjoy spice, but it doesn't make any sense. I could bite into a bell pepper, perfectly fine. I bite into a jalapeno, and I could use something to drink. Why is that? What about it? What about its properties is making it spicy? Has it always been spicy? Did it morph from something else long ago that wasn't spicy? And who decided that spicy stuff was okay for us to eat? But then I guess afterwards they realized, no, we're actually fine, and this actually didn't really taste that bad. And actually, maybe this would be good on our fish. Bing. The search engine. Like Yahoo, Google, Bing. Ponzi scheme. I won't elaborate. I don't trust anyone who uses Bing as their primary go-to search engine. Someone who uses Bing as their primary search engine can only be one of two things. You can either be a special agent, CIA, FBI, witness protection, DEA, some other secret service stuff that I don't know about, or you're psychotic. And this isn't a spectrum. There's not multiple options. It isn't a range. It's one or the other with absolutely zero in between. And I won't be building on that any further. Glasses. You had me cover up my left eye, read you some letters, half of them was probably wrong, and then said, all right, come back in a week. Gave me some glasses, and now I can see perfectly fine. What's in these? Like, I take these out right now. The red thing that tells me how long I've been recording, can't read it. I squint, and it's almost like shaking. 44 minutes, 13 seconds. Put my glasses on, perfectly fine. 44 minutes, 18 seconds. So what's in these? How did you take that test I did and decide, yeah, this right here, these little clear pieces, this is what's gonna help her see? How does this change the way that I see the things around me? Don't understand. Compasses. First of all, does the sun set in the east and, rise in the east and set in the west, or does it rise in the west and set in the east? I can never remember. So hopefully I don't have to be out in the wilderness no time soon, because I will be turned every which way but loose. Like, you hold it in your hand and it starts shaking around. Like, how I know it has something to do with like the gravitational pull of the earth and or whatever, but like how do it know where I'm standing at? How does it know where I am? How does it know, oh, I'm facing this way, if I want to go north, I need to go. I've never understood that. I just can't ever get lost. Y'all better find me quick. It might be over with. Oh, okay, here we go. Underwater rooms, underwater dining, underwater tunnels. How did y'all get up under there? Dig a hole. There's water in the hole now. Sucking out the water, but it's leading. Like, it doesn't make any sense. How did you seal it closed without water getting in? Does it ever leak? How often does it leak? Which leads me to my next point, which is bridges. I don't understand how they're built. Somebody had to go down there and decide where it was gonna be placed, make a space for it to be placed, like, and then, see, this is similar to the thing with the zip lines. How did y'all build it? It's in midair, holding all the cars up. Did you just start from one end and like cement it together and then let it dry and then come back and do some more? Like, I don't know. That concept of bridges, zip lines, and anything in between in that little realm don't make no sense to me. How did you get? Nope. We're gonna go calculators. You can ask it the most complicated question on the man, it's gonna give you an answer. The answer is instant. You don't gotta think about it. Ain't no delay, no buffer. The answer is instant. Like, there has to be formulas saved in there that's like giving them, and they just input whatever we ask. But how does it do it so fast? How does it have all the answers? And one girl said something, she was like, at one point, did somebody have to go in and fill in all possible questions, equations, and answers, you know what I'm saying? Like, debt. That's why I didn't understand the whole like penny thing. There's a penny short. We're not using pennies no more. Maybe y'all should be making more pennies. You know, maybe y'all should make more of them. Sounds like we need as many coins as we can get, because we're in debt. How often is new money printed? Timeline for new money being made. Anyway, next, shaping a baby's head. I hear people say that all the time, especially black people. I don't know why people do this. I would assume they do. Like, obviously, when a baby's first born, their head do be looking a little funny sometimes. It'll be like super duper long in the back, like the Proud Family Peanut people, or it'll be like just looking weird, like lopsided. And so my question is, when you say shape a baby's head, like what does that process actually look like? Newborn baby's fragile, so you can't squeeze them too hard. And so when you say shape a baby's head, you just molding it every night. That's never really made sense to me. I would actually have to see somebody like before and after I had to shape my baby's head. Last but not least, thank you. What do blind people see? Exactly, nothing. But that doesn't make any motherfucking sense. Right now, what I see is just black. But they don't know what the color black looks like because they've never seen anything before. So they most likely see the color black like how I'm seeing right now. They just don't know it's black because they don't know what black look like because they can't fucking see. You know why we don't know that they can't see nothing? Because they can't fucking see. They can't even describe to us what, like, even when their eyes open, they can't even describe to us what they can't see because they've never seen anything in their life.
Okay, there are people.
They could be seeing
there are people
the color.
who go blind. Like, start off with being able to see something.
Okay.
Now, these people can imagine what things look like because of screen guard, but once you go blind, you can't see anything. Literally like trying to see out of your elbow. You can't see out of your elbow. It's nothing.
But what do nothing look like?
Nothing, baby. Nothing.
I've never seen nothing.
Right.
So that don't make no motherfucking sense to me. What do nothing look like? I don't know. And I don't believe that blind people know what it looks like because they can't fucking see.
That bitch Helen Keller. And that don't make sense.
Hold on. Helen Keller. Ponzi scheme. She was a liar. There's no way you're deaf and you're blind and all this other stuff and you flying planes. I would just never, like, the Helen Keller propaganda, I've never been one to know. That don't make no sense. She was a liar. Somebody was lying. That's not even safe. Deaf and you can't even hear the plane going down. You gotta just feel it. You can't hear people calling for help. You can't hear the people on the ground telling you, hey, you going the wrong way. Nothing. And that's the end of my list. And in 57, 58 minutes, still not even halfway done taking these out. So I'll see y'all later.